Yeah, I got a few questions, if that's okay. So
Yeah,
you
of
said
course.
getting a driver's license, but you put fake ID above a driver's license. Is there a reason um the legal
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes,
Explain that
is
yes,
one.
lower than the illegal one?
yes, because the fake ID granted you access to Pandora's box. I'm not supposed
Okay.
to be here. It's your boy, SoSo Juv, back in the building. And you already know HLS is here. We got Mizchitchat in here. And we also have the great Carl King, the consultant change or the change of consultancy.
Change
I don't know which
consultancy.
way it goes, but either way, we changing. And we are back with another episode of the My Five Cents podcast, in which we are talking about the rites of passage. And what we are going to do is we're going to give a little recap of our 5 cents, starting off with me. My number 5 was getting your driver's license. And number 4, fake ID to get you access. Number 3, the talk about the birds and the bees. Number 2, the person who takes or breaks your heart. And number 1, voting. Go ahead, HLS. You know you're next.
Mr. Chat went next. I'll go
Oh,
next.
chit chat.
No,
What?
you
Oh, my
no
bad.
you. Oh, I did. You know what? And I was waiting too. I was like, "What's taking you so long?" Okay, all right. So let's recap. The recap I have for my list was marriage and family. That was number 5 for me. Number 4 was getting your working papers, getting your first job, being able to spend your own money. Number 3, a sweet 16 or a sweet 15. How is a dynamic role in birthdays, and it's a big deal. And number 2, we should have a bar mitzvah instead of a baptism. I'm just wanted just okay. I'm going to politic for that one. And then number 1, your first sexual experience, the nookie, the adult coloring.
Nice. In my 5 cents, at number 5, I had a significant birthday celebration. Number 4, significant school event. And number 3, gotta get drunk. And number 2, consensual sexual experience for the first time. And at number 1, a night out in the big city.
All right. So, Carl, what we're going to do is we're going to get into something we call cross examination, which allows us the opportunity to kind of poke holes at each other's list. Carl, do you have anything for us for cross examination?
Yeah, I got a few questions, if that's okay. So
Yeah,
you
of
said
course.
getting a driver's license, but you put fake ID above a driver's license. Is there a reason um the legal
Yeah, 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 yes, yes,
Explain that
is
yes,
one.
lower than the illegal one?
yes, because the fake ID granted you access to Pandora's box. I'm not supposed
Okay.
to be here. If
Oh,
I earn
okay.
my driver's license, I
Uh-huh.
belong on the road because I've earned that, right? But
Okay.
with the fake ID, I am in Pandora's box. I am not supposed to be able to buy alcohol at this tender age of 16. I am not supposed to be in the club with Funkmaster Flex till 3 in the morning at the age of 16. So that's why I put the fake ID above the driver's license. It's a different level of access.
It's a different level of fun. I got it. I got it.
Yes.
I think I got it. Miss Chit Chat, number 5, it feels like you tried to throw 17 different things in there. I, I don't know, but you got family, marriage, and kids all in one. So
And you know the first marriage don't work out. So like now we're talking multiple
yeah, they
marriages.
call it the starter marriage.
Yeah, I kind of felt like, it was just, I should have just said family, but that's so
Mhm.
synonymous with it's not everything. So it's like kids, marriage, kids, family, like we're supposed to have it done, so I kind of put it that way. It,
Okay, all
it,
right.
yeah, I
I'm
was
I'm
trying to
not
be
mad
nice.
at it. I mean, I appreciate it. And then I'm confused on number 2. Is it baptism or is it a bar mitzvah? Which one are
No,
we?
I think we should have the black bar mitzvah. Like that's it. Period. Instead of a baptism, when we come
So number
in the world,
2
they do us a baptism. You go to the church, get you baptized.
Sure.
I want to have the bar mitzvah instead of the baptism.
Okay, so number 2 is bar mitzvah.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. I wrote down baptism and then I had like a dash. I was like, what do we? Got it. I appreciate it.
This is why you the change consultant, because you are changing my heart right now.
Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the compliments now. Don't fall for it, Carl.
They said, flattery will get you everywhere. And then HLS, I got, significant birthday, school event like prom or homecoming, drunk, sex, and a night out in the big city. Got it. No questions. It's all
really, Carl. No questions.
Don't worry about it, Carl. I'm gonna take care of that for you. I definitely have questions for HLS's list.
Okay. Lay it on me.
First of all, your list, and this is why I can't stand you. You are so vague as hell.
What do you mean?
List. Okay.
What do you mean?
So what Carl said about Mizchitchat definitely could say that about you. Okay. Because the way you were explaining things, you put a blanket on it afterwards, but the way you were explaining things, a 15th birthday, a 16th birthday, a 40th birthday, a 50th birthday. Are we just going to do all the birthdays? We're not going to stick to one? Okay, then on top of it, your very next one. Prom, homecoming. Which dance is it? You are so vague, and I'm tired of you coming with these vague lists week after week.
So here's the thing, SoSo Juv, and this is the difference between my list and your list, right?
Oh, please tell me.
By all means. I know some people, you know some people, who've never gotten their driver's license, who don't drive. Whether you live in the big city, you could take the train. You could take the subway, you could take the bus. So it's not necessarily rite of passage for certain people. Now, some people, their rite of passage is the Sweet 16. That's the significant birthday. If you're Latina or Hispanic, I forgot the right word, but it's 15, the quinceañera, right? You need to have the significant event, right? I've never had a Sweet 16. I never had a bar mitzvah. I never had a quinceañera, but you know what? I had a 40th. So that's my significant birthday celebration.
And Carl, because this was really the one I wanted to drill down on, is that number 5, that 40th birthday, where he said we were all on some grown man shit and this, that, the third. This motherfucker right here went ahead and pissed on the wall next to me in the restaurant. You want to talk about grown man?
Why you put my business in the story? I was drunk. The wall with you stepped into it.
Carl, he broke all sorts of man law. First of all, we're holding our junk and he's talking to me, right? So already, bro code is already broken by doing that. Asking me about how much of a good time he's having.
I had something important to say, and I couldn't wait. It couldn't wait.
And he proceeded to piss on the wall. I look and I'm like, man, what are you doing? You are peeing on the wall. There's no urinal there. So
you know what?
Do not take any advice of anything that he's saying with this rites of passage here, Carl.
I thought what happened in Vegas was supposed to stay there. That's what I heard.
Hello, it sounded like a trigger.
The line stepper.
Carl, what happened was he heard him say birthday, that 40th birthday, and it triggered him. Juv was like, I'm ready. I'm going to tell what he did to me. I'm going to tell what he did. I stepped in the pee-pee. I did.
He was ready. Special invitation to the haters ball.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Carl, he needs to change and get over it. That's what it is.
Oh, my God. Mizchitchat, did you have anything for cross-examination?
Oh, my cross-examination. Yes, I'm going to you, Juv. I tried not to. And it wasn't because I gave you an L before. It was really because I agree. You live in New York City, guys. Ain't nobody got no driver's license. It's like 2 of y'all that got a driver's license there. The rest of it is state ID. That's it. You got more fake IDs than you got real IDs. We just got to take that right on off the list, because it's like if you have a driver's license, you're above all of us, because the bus pass was the rite of passage. Okay, you should have put that on your list. first time you got a Metro card, that was showing you should have been on your list. That's where my whole
Mizchitchat. Okay, I'm with you on that to a certain degree. But let me ask this panel. Let me ask this panel here.
Mm-hmm.
Who here has a driver's license? Oh, that's all 3 hands? Oh, let's make it 4. Wait a second now. Wait a second. So I know your tactical's kind of cute, but we are all on the same level of that.
I'm from New Jersey. You're from New York. So it's different. It's different. It's different. Y'all don't need one. Y'all don't need one up here. Y'all don't even drive like that.
Go ahead, HLS. What you got for cross-examination?
Oh man, so your driver's license is trash. Your fake ID one is trash. I mean, not everyone needed a fake ID. People were sneaking into clubs. Back when I was growing up, they had teen clubs. So we didn't need to necessarily go out to the big city. We had our own little nightclubs around the way. Heartbreak is cool. I mean, I would say you got maybe three and impossible on your list. A little trash. Mizchitchat.
Okay.
Speaking of you, I mean, Carl kind of said it. It's just piggyback. Your top 5 is actually top 15. Like, make it make sense, right? Marriage, kids, and family. If you had to pick one of those, which one is the rite of passage out of those 3?
It just it encompasses family. It should be family.
Okay. You did say that.
Yo, so I'm gonna defend Mizchitchat for a second.
Oh,
you hypocrite. You, who has the most vague list, is talking about top 15?
What do you mean?
Your joint's like a top 50 then. If Mizchitchat is a top 15, yours is a top 50. Your joint is so vague. I don't want to hear you talk about Mizchitchat not being specific, okay?
My list is straight and to the point.
Now I will say,
on
the when he repeated his list, it was very succinct. When he told us
because he put a blanket over it when he repeated it.
Sports event at the school.
Yes, when he repeated it. But when he delivered it the first time,
16th, 40th.
Yeah, that part matters. Carl,
I actually said some of us was turning 40 and some of us was turning 50, and we all collaborated this birthday. Yeah. It was a birthday mashup.
You need to celebrate your birthday. It needs to be significant. That's what it is.
And Carl, once again, these guys, they like to make my points for me. So he was trashing my fake ID piece, right? In which I told you I got into Palladium. I'm listening to Funkmaster Flex. But in his number 1, when he was talking about Big Night in the City, it could be a night with Funkmaster Flex. Did he not just quote off of my experience there? So you talking about my list is trash, but you over here quoting off of my stuff. What are you talking about?
You don't need a fake ID to see Flex. You don't need to see the fake ID's Flex. Flex is everywhere.
Now he's on Spotify. Yeah, now. But way back then in 96, 95, that wasn't really the opportunity there. And on top of it,
excuse me, Juv, Carl, please don't listen to HLS and SoSo Juv. They were name dropping, and I didn't name drop at all in mine. I didn't have papayas with 50 Cent. I didn't sneak in and hobnob with Funkmaster Flex. I mean, I could have told you about the time where I used to be the editor for Word Up, the assistant editor for Word Up magazine, and I was standing next to Drew Hill, but I didn't tell you that. I didn't name drop like they did.
Tell me what you want.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. All right, so here it is. Carl, it is now decision time. We want to know who is in 3rd place. Who had the worst list?
Oh, and now to a break. No. Wow, this is difficult, y'all. This is
never said it was going to be easy.
Never said it's going to be easy.
Okay. Who had the worst list?
Yep.
Goodness gracious. Okay. Wow, this is terrible. I feel like I'm breaking hearts here. Okay.
Remember, that's my
Okay,
number
HLS,
2.
I'm sorry.
That's what I thought. Too vague. Too vague.
Carl.
Too vague. Too vague, B.
Hold on, wait. Let him finish the sentence.
I'm sorry.
Were you about to
but
say HLS?
You're at number 3. And okay, let me tell you. So, night out in the big city, I feel like you could get drunk and have sex and do all of that on like you could do that on one. And I feel like the school event and it was
It was trash.
That's
It's
just
okay.
that's just for me.
I got the word for you, Carl. It was
I
trash.
respect all. I wouldn't know. It wasn't trash.
Wow.
I just
Wow.
And
Wow.
I would say Mizchitchat is number 1.
What?
So respect to you. I love that you said vote. I am going
Over a black bar mitzvah?
Yes.
A black bar mitzvah? We're talking about age 13. What? What? Carl, your
Juve is
decision
gonna be
making.
okay.
Oh my
It's gonna
goodness.
be okay, Juve. It happens. I want to give props to the logical, because he embraced me and he helped me to be number 1 today. Just let him know.
Unbelievable.
I don't know that the stakes could be any lower, but
unbelievable.
Carl.
They don't call you the change consultant for nothing, Carl. Yes. They don't call you the change. It's about changing.
What did I do?
Carl, I need to hear it. I need to know. What's your 5 cents on the topic? Because I'm floored.
Okay. So I will give you 5. Okay. Your first steps. So your first steps, I think, is significant because you now have mobility and you can move around. Number 2, I'm gonna be just as vague as all of y'all. I've got Sankofa graduation, communion, quinceañera, bar, or bat mitzvah, because it's that teenage thing. There's so some cultures have it at 12, some cultures have it 16. I get it, right? Like there's not all cultures don't have it at the same time, and I'm not. Yeah. Anyhow,
sounds like my number 5, but I digress. I digress.
Yes, all of that. I have your first job or start your career, which I think that's a really significant period in time. I think your midlife crisis is number 4. Everybody has it at a different point. Some people have it at 25, some people have it at 30, some people have it 40 or 50. But that time when you get to middle of the life, there's a book, a guy that writes a book, and he talks about what are you going to do in the second part of your life. His name is James Hollis. Really good stuff. But I think when you get to the middle of your life, you've lived, and then you're like, okay, so now what am I here for? And what am I doing? I've done all this stuff. What am I supposed to do? And then we're talking about rites of passage, which is a transition from one phase to another. I think death is the final rite of passage. And that's depressing, but it's real. Right. Toni Morrison, she said, I'm no longer afraid of living. She said, because I faced death. And once I faced that, I could get on with the business of living. I believe it was Toni Morrison. If it wasn't, it was Still I Rise, Maya Angelou. So sorry, I butchered her name and a quote.
Thank you for sharing that list there. What we do, Carl, here is we go ahead and we ask the people. So we asked our people on the social media what they thought of the topic. And this was their 5 cents on the topic. At number 5, they had getting your wisdom teeth taken out. At number 4, going to prom. At number 3, play 7 minutes in heaven. At number 2, play spin the bottle. And at number 1, we have living in a dormitory.
Okay.
College dorm life.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's what the people had to say about it. HLS, Did you take it to Chat GPT? Did you ask artificial intelligence what they thought about it?
I did ask AI, and it's 5 cents. At number 5, your birth. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. And we kind of talked about this one, coming of age ceremonies, right? That's number 4. Number 3, some cultures have this. It's like initiation rites. You might sacrifice or tattoo yourself. If you're in fraternity, you might brand yourself. And number 2, a wedding. And to your point, Carl, and number 1, they were in agreement, funerals. So that's what AI had to say about the topic.
Interesting. I never really thought about wisdom teeth becoming a rite of passage. I thought it was a hole in my mouth. But hey, that's what the people had to say. So Carl, do you have any projects or any social media you want to shout out?
Yeah, I'm working on a challenge. It's a 60-day challenge. It's called the Release and Capture Challenge, and I've had quite a few people go through it with success. And it's not an organizing thing. It's not a time management thing. It's more about getting rid of all the clutter in life and then introducing yourself to yourself again. And just having like 30 days of experiences where you do stuff that you haven't done in a long time or that you've never done before, and you get curious about what you're interested in. So it's more kind of like when you get to that middle of life and you've accumulated all this stuff, you're looking around at your house and or wherever you're living, you're saying, man, there's a lot of clutter, or there's a lot of stuff that I don't identify with. And yeah, so that's something that I've been able to walk quite a few people through and enjoy it, and got a bunch of great reviews. So you can find that at mycordchange.com or hit me up on IG at mycordchange.
All right. So
Nice.
Carl, I want to thank you for being such a great guest on the show. We're
Thanks for
gonna
having
go
me.
ahead and say good night to the people. HLS, go ahead and start us off.
Carl, you stepped in the wrong direction. It's unfortunate. I thought we had something. I thought you saw the change in me, but clearly your change went this way. Good night, everyone.
All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight to the people. Carl, your decision making was quite questionable. I don't understand where we went wrong. The word brilliant came out of your mouth when I was done with my list. Never in the show's history have we heard the word brilliant with someone's list, and then I got in second. What? Unbelievable! But I will try better next week, y'all. And Mizchitchat and our champ for this week, please say goodnight to the people.
I'm going to say goodnight to everyone. And Carl, I think you were excellent. I think, you knew exactly where we were going. You understood what I was saying. You even embraced the change in yourself when you said, we're not going to even say nookie no more. We're going to say adult coloring. See, he was with it. With it. You saw the wisdom there. Listen, like I said, the logical, he just manifested in me, so that's why I'm number 1. Carl, the change is in you. Good night, y'all. Good night. Good night.
I was wondering, logical chit chat, when you were actually going to say good night. You sound just like the logical genius, long-winded. Oh my goodness, I'm going through PTSD.
Thank you.
And Carl King and our illustrious guests, please say good night to the people.
Hey y'all, thanks for having me on. It's been a joy. It's been a pleasure, and this was a lot of fun. And yeah, I just wish everybody good success in their transitions, in their rites of passage, and yeah, keep working, keep walking, keep growing.